The winter of 2014 was certainly one for the record books, especially when you consider where the records were being broken. In January, while much of the country was struggling with sub-freezing cold and staggering amounts of snow, the far north was experiencing a very different challenge. Nowhere was this difference more dramatically demonstrated than in Valdez, Alaska. Valdez is a picturesque community, nestled between the waters of Prince William Sound and the rugged Chugach Mountains, where it's not uncommon to see snow totals reaching 300 inches annually. But in mid-January, snow turned to rain. Not just occasional showers, but major downpours coming in waves, adding tons of weight to the snowpack. In response to these abnormal conditions, the Department of Transportation and Public Facilities began avalanche mitigation. But then, early in the morning of January 24th, the snow gave way in a series of avalanches in Thompson Pass and Keystone Canyon, just north of town. These massive slides buried several sections of the Richardson Highway, the only road connecting Valdez to the rest of Alaska. Now, the residents of Valdez are accustomed to small avalanches that close the highway for a few hours at a time, but this was an event for the ages, one bigger than state highway officials have ever seen. An enormous highway swallowing incident that isolated the community for 12 days. The primary avalanche was classified as a Category 5, the largest in its scale. But because it occurred early in the morning, no one was injured. A highway worker making an early morning run in the area missed the avalanche by minutes, and one truck driver, caught between two sections of the avalanche, was rescued.
There was a DOT individual who passed me at the top of Thompson Pass. And apparently he informed the deer nesting maintenance shop that there was an individual tractor trailer, and nobody had seen the tractor trailer. So they came looking for me. And then apparently they couldn't see me, but their boss told them to come back and check again, and that's when he saw the corner of the marker light on my cab. And that's when he came over the slide to get me.
But the challenge in Keystone Canyon involved more than removing snow from the initial avalanche that blocked the road. There was still danger of additional slides that needed to be taken care of.
We came in and shot some more and also dropped more explosives to really make the whole area a lot more safer. We had a few more slides even then come back down.
This massive debris field was not the only problem. It blocked the low river, causing water to back up along the highway, forming a lake more than 1/2 mile long, 30 feet deep, and containing an estimated 1 billion gallons of water.
Normally we're used to avalanches in the Thompson Pass, so it's not really rarity that happens, but the problem we have is the magnitude of this one behind me. Several 100,000 yards of snow across the road, buried the road in 40 to 100 feet of snow. A couple thousand feet long. We had to wait for the water to find its path. It actually ended up finding its path back underneath the avalanche, back into the riverbed, and once the water levels went down, we were able to attack the avalanche itself.
Over the next few days, crews worked day and night from both the north and south ends of the avalanche area, removing up to 200,000 cubic yards of snow.
We're standing on probably still 20 feet above the roadbed. We're trying to work it down. We're using it basically that. They're having to terrace it down from the high side and working us down, terrace it down to the road so that we can establish the roadbed again and make it safe. We just have to be a lot more careful, obviously working on snow versus dirt or a hillside, so we're having to be careful of the stability of the equipment. We've got excavators, we've got 4 dozers working, 4 loaders working. We've got haul trucks behind us working. They're hauling to clear the road off. It's going to take us about 5 to 6 days. We have the contractor working. We have our own state forces working that are out of Thompson Pass, and we borrowed part of the crew from Valdez Station. And so they're running 24 hours a day too with our state forces along with the contractor to try to get this avalanche off the road.
Work continued nonstop for the next week, with the highway declared open and safe for travel on February 5th. While this avalanche event was extensive, it was not something the Alaska Department of Transportation and Public Facilities isn't prepared to handle. Each year, crews and equipment effectively manage avalanche hazard reduction and cleanup efforts on more than 155 miles of highway. What makes it challenging is that these highways lie within one of the most extreme environments in the country, creating dramatic highway-swallowing avalanches, like the Thompson Pass record breaker of 2014.